Welcome to the Needs Languages. I am glad you're here today. We are going to talk about the behavior pivot, how to actually resolve identity conflicts and move your workplace from friction to alignment. In our last video, we looked at the interpretation gap, how a group's misunderstanding of an individual's neutral processing style turns differences into conflict. But once you spot that gap, what do you do about it? That is where behavior comes in. Remember the baseline of my framework. Processing is neutral. Interpretation is where the conflict is. And behavior determines whether the conflict gets resolved. Up until this point, conflict can be internal or external. It shows up in how we are thinking about a person, our body language, our tone, and the actual words we use. Behavior is where the decision happens. It is the ultimate pivot point. If we continue to default to our automatic, defensive behaviors, the conflict escalates, the group identity clamps down, and individuals get excluded. Or we can choose a different path. We can use techniques like nonviolent communication, get genuinely curious, and lean into our belonging languages. Ultimately, behavior is about your willingness and the other party's willingness to resolve the conflict and reach a win-win outcome. We can choose a conscious, strategic behavior instead. This is called reframing. Let's look at how to pivot. If you are a leader or a colleague seeing a clash in your team, the behavior that resolves the conflict is moving from judgment to translation. Instead of acting on the assumption that the outlier is difficult, your behavior must shift to asking, what neutral need is this person trying to meet? And how can we translate that to the group? If you are the individual whose belonging language is different, your behavioral pivot is to communicate your neutral processing style clearly, without defensiveness. Instead of pulling away, you might say, I process safety and structure through clear rules first. When I focus heavily on the protocols, I am not trying to slow the team down. I am trying to make sure we succeed safely. This conscious behavioral pivot changes the entire group dynamic. It stops the default cycle of conflict and opens the door to genuine partnership. It proves that you don't have to change who you are to belong. You just have to learn how to translate your language to the group. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. For more information, you can visit theneedslanguages.com.